So in the NFL, a team that wins the turnover battle wins the game more than 70% of the time. Over the last 2 years, Browns have the second worst turnover margin in all of the NFL. So this encompasses 30 games. 13 this year, 17 from last year, and the records. And these are the bottom five. Atlanta is last at minus 21 through 30 games. They're 13 and 17. The Browns, who did so well a year ago when they were still minus 10, now minus 19 over the last 2 seasons. And you see all of the teams on there are, except the Falcons, are ones that are projected to pick high in the draft. Again, the turnovers, and Marquette, that's probably one of the reasons that we're so concerned about Jameis Winston's turnovers, the interceptions. He can't turn the ball over and win in the NFL.
No, you can't. And that's another reason why they can't just, with conviction, say, hey, we can turn this team over to Jameis Winston next year and have him be our starting quarterback. Because the way that it stands right now, that could be a dicey proposition. You definitely don't want to be throwing all of those interceptions. He's thrown 9 so far this season in his 6 starts. On 2 occasions, he's thrown 3. And then another time, he has thrown 2. And they lost all of those 3 games. And who knows what may have happened had he not thrown all of those picks. So it's definitely something to keep an eye on. Can he play clean ball over the last 4 games? If he can, he will increase the likelihood of coming back.
Do you think a run game? He dropped it. I think it was 60 times against the Broncos, 40 some against the Steelers. Does a run game where you're not thrown as much, does that help a guy who's prone to throwing interceptions? Do you think?
Oh, yes, absolutely. And he has thrown the ball 99 times in his last 2 games, 58 against Denver and then 41 against the Steelers. And I definitely think that if they could run the ball more, that will take some heat off of Jameis Winston. I mean, when you start to commit to it, you can really make some hay with it. And I think if Nick isn't going well, then you could throw Jerome Ford in there and see what he can do. But I do think that running the ball right now would help everybody involved.